And stream is up.
Hello, and welcome back to Drakkenheim. It has been about a month since we did this. That is 100% my own fault, as I was on vacation in Europe. Um, I hope everyone is excited to be back. And the last I remember in our brief conversations was that we had tracked Oscar Yorn, and you discovered he was hiding out with the well, no, he wasn't hiding out. He had fled after you guys attacked his house. He fled to the Hooded Lanterns, who seemed to have taken him in, potentially. Um, and your plan was to go back to his headquarters, Reed Manor, and wait for him to return. Does that seem like where your all's head was at last time?
I guess so. Were we going to go back to Eckerman Mill and rest first?
Well, that's what I was going to say, is that looking at your tokens, main character sheets, a lot of you seem to be pretty hurt, which you cannot long rest in Drakkenheim. You can short rest and get your health back, but your ability to get spell slots or abilities back, maybe some of you may still have some, as like I don't think rogues, for instance, have anything that they use up. But some of you might need more rages or more spell slots or things like that. And I believe you would need a long rest to get those.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I think like Hudson was completely out of spells, wasn't he? And almost dead, and I'm almost dead.
I'm out of rage, so I'm not even as I'm less angry right now. So I'm kind of upset about that. That makes me angry that I'm less angry.
Just even too tired to be angry.
Yeah. He's
Just don't have any
angry.
exhaustion right now, so we're good.
All right. So, is your plan then to go back to Eckerman Mill or even to Emberwood Village? Maybe meet up with the Amethyst Academy again, since you do have some of Oscar's research, or or what is your all's plan here?
How far is it to get back to Emberwood Village again? It's not like a short distance, is it?
No, it would. I don't remember what time it was, but essentially we've been saying that it's like a quarter to a half a day walk. Like walk. If you had horses, it would probably be a little faster, but it's not something. If you wanted to go to Emberwood Village and then come back, in addition to resting, it would probably be at minimum 24 hours. Um, that's minimum. If you wanted to do other things, because I know some of you might have a few levels of exhaustion, which means resting even more. Um, yeah, it could definitely take longer.
I think my vote would be to go to Eckerman Mill, rest, and then head back, I guess, to Oscar's.
Okay. Even doing that would put you at because resting takes at least uh, 8 hours. Doing a long rest, and to get through Eckerman Mill, or to get to Eckerman Mill, while not nearly as long, it would still probably be another hour or so for you to get there. In addition, um, going all the way back through the city, you guys will need to roll for random encounters. But you would need to do that regardless, going back through, whether you're going to Eckerman Mill or Amberwood Village. Going to back to Reed Manor, I would probably not make you do that, as it is relatively close by, and you literally just made the trip through it, so you would have a better idea of where to avoid. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I'm willing to roll with the group because all my stuff comes back on a short rest.
I get some stuff back on a short rest, but I also have a level exhaustion. I'm pretty hurt, and I'm more concerned about Hudson not having any spells whatsoever.
That seems important to.
You're telling me not having any rage is not.
Oh yeah.
So,
Well, you know.
yeah,
You know,
you don't need it.
no spells. Like 8 HP.
Not can't do as much damage. Can't tank as well because I can't have most of the damage.
Getting big in himself.
So I'd take a long rest.
I'm game for a long rest.
Yeah, I have like 1 level spell left, and that's it.
Okay, so we've decided on long rest. Do you want to do it at Eckerman Mill or Emberwood Village? Either way, you're going to need to roll for a random encounter.
Is there a possibility on the random encounter list that there's no random encounter?
No. If you get a random encounter, there will be an encounter. Now, not all of those are necessarily fights, but something does happen. And in fairness, a lot of them are fights, but not necessarily all of them. For
There's a
instance,
possibility to not get a random.
for instance, one of the ones that wouldn't cost you health or resources at all is getting lost, but that would it specifically says it takes a certain number of hours before you realize you're lost. Um,
This wastes
so
time.
so
That
and
seems efficient.
the,
Let's intentionally get lost.
Let's get lost
so
and then not have an encounter.
the fact that you guys are trying to do this on a timeline might
Yeah,
it might not be great.
guess we have a small. Here.
So, but like I said, that's one out of a lot. But that's just one example.
It's okay. We'll just maybe have to revive some people or something. If we run into trouble, I'm the most healthy. I'll run and get help.
Or, I mean, it's also always possible that you could, if you do run into things, you could sneak by them, talk your way by them, all depending on what it is you run into.
I will
We
take
did
my
have
pants off and seduce them.
Just
I'm not even a bard, but I will seduce them. Anyways, let's just go to Amberwood Village. It sounds like the safest bet. So, who's with me?
I mean, Eckerman Mill would still be safe for you guys to do a long rest in. But if you're going to make your way out, do you want to, like, if you're going to make your way out of the city, do you want to go back in and then have to roll for another random encounter when you leave? Or since you're out, do you want to go all the way back? And then, whatever's happening with Oscar Yorn might, you're at minimum 24 hours gone. because I don't care. I just need to know what your all's
Yeah.
what your all's plan is, so I can sort of
And you
make it happen.
mentioned, yeah, you mentioned Reed Manor, but you can't sleep there or anything. It's just a.
No, I mean
Short rest.
you can absolutely sleep there, but you
Oh,
will not gain the benefits of a long rest.
oh, right. Yeah, that's what you're saying.
Yeah, yeah, you can stay in the city for a while.
And the only reason for going all the way back to I
To
forgot the
Emberwood
name.
Village.
Yeah, is if we wanted to do like shopping or something, whereas the other one.
Well, we
I
could
mean,
turn
you
in
also
the research
you
that
also
we had.
have Oscars and notes.
Oh, and that's right. The people there wanted, yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, in addition, theoretically, if you wait on Oscar, he comes back and beats you. He will take his notes back.
That's true. Yeah. We should probably offload the notes just in case we.
um, but yeah, like you can theoretically sleep in the city, or at least these
Yeah, I remember you mentioning.
the outskirts of the city where the delirium mist is sort of light,
Mm,
and I put light in quotations.
yeah.
It's you can definitely sleep there, but if you do spend a lot of time there, it is possible for it to have an effect on you. Like
Yeah.
if you stayed here for a week or a month, um, you're constantly breathing that in.
Yeah.
You could start having some effects,
Yeah.
which is why the Hooded Lanterns send like squadrons out of the city at a time, all at a time. They might come back and stay at their headquarters, but then they go to one squadron will be in Emberwood Village, recovering, and then
Yeah.
back and forth. Like they don't live at their headquarters 24/7, 365.
Yeah. 'Cause I don't want to get all mutated. So yeah, going back to the village and turning in the notes makes sense to me.
I'm on board.
It would also
Sounds
be
good
nice
to
just
me.
to get
Well,
money for
suggestion.
something.
Yeah. That too. So what do we roll for the encounter or the possibility of a random encounter?
Well,
2d6 plus heart.
uh,
Yeah.
almost. Everybody rolls a d6.
Everybody?
Everybody, and then I take the average of that and check it against the DC.
Alright, everyone roll really good.
Or don't. Actually, that'd be funner.
Are we rolling
Right.
stealth?
Stealth rolls?
Really,
Yeah.
I first roll nat 1. Come on.
Oh man, I got a 2. My brain's
Sometimes I'm
down.
pretty good at these predictions. Sometimes I'm bad. I blame Harry.
Got 2 5s and a 6.
And 2 2s. It's going to be
I know,
very
right?
average.
Trying to get the most average of average rolls.
What I'm good at.
I mean that is a 4 on average, so um, it's not from one of the harder encounter tables,
There you go.
but you will have an encounter.
4 death salads.
what I'm going to need is, well, I'm going to put you guys on the the map we've been using.
The
Oh, yeah.
encounter map.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will one day find another map, but this one is just this is the
Right.
random encounter map. This is what you're dealing with.
Makes sense.
Eventually, we'll find all the hiding spots and
It's like when you're wandering around for random encounters in an RPG.
and
All right, is everybody on the map?
Yes, sir.
I can see things in shadows.
Okay. We're gonna say you guys are entering from the north.
Okay.
well, that's new.
Uh, yeah.
That kind
Well,
of-
Reed Manor was towards the north of the city, and you're going back towards Emberwood Village, so makes sense
Yeah.
that you'd be going southward ish.
It would make sense. Unless we were lost.
Now, you guys can sort of position yourselves however you think you would be walking, give or take.
Mhm.
Do we want to put the shadow up front so it can eat the first attack?
Yeah, right. Works for me.
Okay. So, what I'm going to need you guys to do is one person can make a perception check. Someone else can help them so they can roll with advantage. And I will also allow a guidance check or a guidance roll. So whoever you want to be doing that can be doing it. Also, I don't think Hudson can be on the roof of that house.
Hudson, how'd you get up there?
That's better.
That's the roof of a house.
I'll say I can probably get up there.
Yeah, but I don't think Hudson could without a check of some kind.
Right.
I'll chill up
He's
here.
he's a dwarf.
Oh, that's a roof. Okay.
Yeah.
What check is this?
Perception? So he said?
Yeah.
I am up to a +6. What other folks got?
There we go.
I'm -1. Don't ever ask me to roll perception.
Don't be
I'm actually
perceptive.
negative. I'm actually negative too.
Anyone
we
else?
should have bull roll.
Anyone else higher than 6?
No, I'm a 5, I think.
You said guidance
Go
and
for it.
advantage.
0.
Yep, guidance and advantage.
Nice.
There we
Damn.
go.
You are very lucky I allowed you to have guidance.
Oh no. This is bad, y'all.
Really high.
It had a stealth of 21.
It had a stealth of 22.
Oof.
Mm.
But in fairness, it did crit on its its stealth check.
So it's not
Uh,
stealthy. We're just dumb.
Uh, so, what you are able to see off in the distance is where will I put this? It's going to be on the other side of the map, but you see a rather large stingray looking thing is the best way to describe it. If anybody wants to roll, I don't know what skills. It's been too long. What skills do you have? Animal handling or survival? Those two sound like you would know what an animal is. You can do so. Anybody can roll that. But let me find the handout.
A nature check.
Amnar, what is that?
I can try. Oh, okay.
Yeah, 21 is pretty good. But this is the animal you see.
Okay. Whoa. He looks angry.
And I should mention that it is flying and it is sort of swooping left and right across the map.
That's annoying. Let's try to reason with it.
I don't know if this would be one that you could reason with. But yeah, it's like swooping left and right, um, and sort of landing on things, and you get the sense that it hasn't spotted you yet. But if it gets much closer, you will need to make some either prepare for battle or try to hide. Um,
Oh man.
but you get the sense that it's maybe looking for something to eat.
Like hunting, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, you guys can with a survival. Um, hold on, just 1 second. So you get the sense that in normal circumstances, if you guys were tip top shape, full health, all your spell slots and stuff like that, that a single cloaker would be it would be difficult, but it shouldn't be crazy hard. Like it wouldn't be
Yeah.
uh
It would be doable.
yeah, it would be doable and maybe even easily so, depending on the circumstances. But with you guys in a bit of a weakened state, it might be a bit more challenging, especially uh, if this thing is smart enough to recognize which of you is hurt most, because Let's be
Awesome.
honest. Some of you are hurt pretty bad, and it's probably showing.
So it is a hunter.
Yeah. So it's not
Yeah.
impossible for you guys to take it as you are now, but it might be a little more difficult.
Risky.
Yeah, especially
But
without any spell slots to revive people.
yeah. But to get to where we're going, we'd have to sneak past it, I guess, is the thing.
Either sneak past it or hide and wait for it to leave the area,
Hmm.
because it does seem to be on the move.
Okay. I'll say, because I do have Speak with Animals, and I have one spell slot left. I could try to convince it that there's food over yonder, and that we are not food. We taste terrible. That's probably a terrible idea.
This thing. What does speak with animal allow you to actually speak to?
I don't know.
Does it
That's a
only
good
allow you to
question.
speak with beasts, or yeah,
Beasts.
with beasts? So you would not be able to
This thing is
communicate with
not
this.
because it's something else.
Yeah.
Never mind. I can't talk to it.
Actually, this does understand languages.
Oh, weird.
If any of you know deep speech or undercommon,
What do I know?
Something that looks like that and knows those languages. Probably not friendly.
Probably doesn't care what we have to say.
Yep.
no,
I
it
do know.
probably isn't. But I'm not here to tell you what to do.
I
We should.
picked up
I'm
I
just
picked
here
up
to
a
tell
really
you your
useful
options.
language, Celestial.
I do know Undercommon.
We should probably just hit it hard and hit it fast and try to beat the living daylights out of it before it really wants to beat the living daylight. Before it can beat the living daylights out of us.
Right.
Will be my suggestion, but that's
Or
just
we
me.
kind of circle back, head north and
I'd,
west a little bit, backtrack
I'd
just
like to remind
a
you
lot of the way.
also that it is flying, which could make it difficult for some of you to hit.
Oh, true. We could sneak.
Yeah, give it
And
with that sneaky link.
that's what it's looking for. It's looking for a sneaky link.
21 ways to squawk like an alpha crow.
Who knows how to do a mating call of a whatever this thing is.
But yeah, I'm gonna need you guys to make a decision because this thing is, like I said, moving. It's
Right.
not staying in one place for long.
I mean, yeah, we could try to hide and see if it leaves, but
We're not good at hiding. We
Well, you based on its movements, you know that it will leave. Like it is out searching for prey. It
yeah,
I've left it sit here because you guys are talking and I'm
yeah,
trying to give you a chance to make a decision. But it
is there
is,
we're
you know,
whispering.
is
it's
there a
kind of
door
going
nearby we can?
it's kind of going like this, right?
Yeah,
Sweeping left and right, and eventually it will leave the map. It's looking for things to eat. Um, can you hide from it? I don't know. You'd have to make stealth throws. Uh, then, do you want to fight it? You absolutely can. Like I said, normally it shouldn't be too crazy for you. Um,
but the risk
if
is
you
a
guys,
little bit higher because of our
but the fact that you guys are all pretty hurt,
sad state right now.
I'm in the games of hiding. Just fly on away.
All right. Where do you guys want to hide? How are you going to try and hide?
I was flat
just
against the wall there.
just get inside one of the buildings and try and just
That's true.
sit
Yeah, can
away
we get
from
in one of the buildings?
windows.
Yeah. You
No,
could
avoid.
you could absolutely get into this building.
Okay.
The easiest way would be through this side down here, where the walls are a little more open.
Okay.
But there are some, this is a pretty dilapidated building. There are some, windows and stuff all
Yeah.
along it. Maybe a door that's sort of halfway still there. But getting through them, you might make noise.
This is true.
Um, it would be easier to get in like more silently through this side, but then you run the risk of being out in the open for this thing to potentially see. Um, you could always try to just run over to the edge of the map and hide, underneath the overhang of one of the buildings, without actually going inside, hoping that it wouldn't see you underneath of it. You could maybe try to, I don't know, find some rocks to hide under. I don't know. Do you have any spells like fog cloud or anything that might obscure its vision of you?
I wish. If only we had snow day.
Yeah, we need Snow Day back.
Yeah, I figure we can all try to hide, and then if that doesn't work, then yeah, fighting it's our second option.
I say let's go into the dilapidated building. That way, it has to come into us.
Right? We can kind of hide under things. Maybe it'll have to, yeah, come down to get to us or something. Makes sense to me.
All right.
Who's with me?
I
Yeah, I want to hide, but before I hide, I want to like sneakily try
Oh,
and hex it.
and okay. Another thing that could you could potentially do that I'm now realizing, uh, you could potentially try to use Colby's shadow or I'm sorry, Nock's shadow or Echo to distract it, make it look another way while you guys go the opposite
true.
direction. Because I was
No,
just
Nathan
about to
should.
say, Nock should probably make his stealth with disadvantage as he's on the roof and the creature is flying. But then I was like, oh, actually, an echo could just distract it.
Yeah, make the Echo run as it's chasing the Echo. We get inside. And now it thinks it's killed something but can't eat it. So
and then
yeah,
it'll
who's
leave.
with me?
I like that plan.
All right. Which building are we trying to get into here?
I think we're heading over this direction.
I also do want to cast hex on it if I can.
Show me what hex requires. Is there a verbal component to it?
Yeah, verbal semantic material.
Okay.
Can you
How
Love
whisper?
it.
what's the distance that you can cast hex from?
90 feet.
Cool, cool, cool. And you are within 90 feet. It doesn't say there's no rule about, or Colby, do you know? There's no rule about how loud a spell has to be. You just have to say it out loud, right? Like theoretically, you could whisper it, or no.
I think verbal components have to be not like shouted, but
But
You can't.
spoken.
Yeah, you can't. You can't whisper it though. Okay. Um. So I will still allow you to. You can obviously still do it, but I will have this thing roll perception versus your, I don't know, sleight of hand, or versus your stealth. Actually, that makes more sense. Versus stealth, to see if it hears you. Knowing that, do you still want to try it?
Well, my intention with it was mostly for the condition that I can choose one of its abilities to give it disadvantage on any ability checks made with that ability. So to choose wisdom so that when it makes a perception check, it's always at disadvantage.
Hmm.
Um, does it work on abilities or just?
skills, technically, skills are ability checks. So it works on skills, but not saving throws.
But not saving throws. Okay.
Right, but
Technically, it
that's
also
fine
works
because
on
my
initiative, which
intention
is
is
weird.
that's fun.
Hmm.
Yeah, I was more concerned about it, like if that would give it disadvantage on its checks for finding us. That was my
Okay.
intent.
So I would I would say that because it won't have disadvantage until the spell is successful, it would roll normally
Yeah, the
to
first
see if
time.
you hear,
Yeah.
but every check after that would be at disadvantage.
Let's do it.
Right.
Okay. Um, you can roll, like I said, I guess stealth is what makes most sense for this.
Yeah.
Or performance maybe.
Hmm.
Sure, let's go with performance.
I'm trying to think because this is, you're trying to be quiet, but but you know you have to speak. Yeah, well,
Yeah, I'm like
either
trying to
or stealth or performance. That seems,
throw my voice or make it sound
yeah,
not obvious like I'm
Yeah.
speaking.
yeah. We'll allow that.
Perfect.
Somebody help him.
With
I don't
what?
think you can help with a spell cast like that.
Right. I think even with guidance, that wouldn't help anything.
Yeah. So the spell does take effect. It is hexed. But he does.
Let's see.
Um, well, he hears something.
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna say Amnar is one here. We're so we're gonna say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and someone roll a d6. He's gonna spot whichever one it rolls. 5. So he spots Hudson.
The one that rolled the dice.
Wow.
Um, and being that you're all there, you've got to instantly try to react. See if you can hide. How are you guys going to do it? Hudson, you lock eyes with it. You know it's seen you. Um, what's everyone else going to do?
Hmm.
Give me a sec. McAfee wants me.
McAfee has an idea.
So, okay, Amnar, you go first. What are you going to do?
Well, I already rolled stealth. I don't know if that one still counts or not, or should I re-roll stealth again?
No, we'll allow it. You got a 21.
Yeah,
What are you going to do?
I was gonna try and sneak along the wall and get into the building.
Around the back or around the front?
Hmm.
Because remember, it is now looking this direction.
Right. I'd probably try and go around the corner.
Okay.
But it is
you
hexed,
can.
right?
It is hexed for future checks.
For perception, yeah.
Yeah, if it tries to see something else, it will be doing it with disadvantage. But yeah, that first one, it was able to look up and see Hudson.
Okay.
Okay, so you don't move too far.
Yeah, no, I
This
just
is
did
more of
30.
a, well, not even 30. This was
Oh,
like
okay.
a sort of quick
Quick.
reaction,
That's okay.
like
Yeah.
let's hop behind here.
Oh,
Yeah, like 5-10 feet,
okay.
15 maybe. But yeah, this was more of a quick reaction. Can I reposition myself to not be seen as easily? Finch, what are you gonna do?
If this is a pillar here, I don't know if you can even see what I'm.
This thing?
Yeah, if this
Yeah.
is like a pillar thingy here,
like
I'll try
a
and hide behind that.
it's like a real tall thing of rocks. You can
And just
absolutely,
like as it's moving around, I just want to be like moving around whatever backside to where it never
yeah.
see
If
me.
you press yourself up against it, this is big enough to where it wouldn't be able to see you until it was right up near you. Okay, knock. What are you gonna do?
I think I'm gonna leave the. Um, how far away is it?
From which one? Which one is really you?
One without
I
the
can
purple
I can
dot.
fire from. My dog is stomping on my keyboard. I can fire from the shadow's location.
Okay. Which one is the?
Shadow's
Well, the
purple.
closest one to it is 50 feet.
Okay. I think what I'm going to do is, punch a dog. I'm going to
Oh,
punch a
hold
dog.
on. I lied. Closest one to you is 55 feet.
Okay, that's fine. Still within regular range. I'm going to. Is our plan? Wait, it's coming after Hudson. We can't really hide at this
It
point, can we?
Well, it has seen Hudson. This is like a split second. It looked up and sees Hudson. It gives you guys a chance to move a little bit. You could potentially still hide, but the longer you take, it's gonna see other people. It's like it heard a noise, it looked up, it sees something, and now it's gonna start taking in the rest of it. You've got a split second to do something.
I guess what I'm going to do is
Are you
just.
gonna try and?
I'm going to move the shadow out and put myself around the corner.
Okay, perfect. Bull, what are you gonna do?
I am. Finch took my my idea because I was gonna hide behind the rocks too, but I don't know if two people can hide behind the rocks.
Probably not. But there is, like I said, doors and windows you could potentially try to jump through over here.
Yeah, I'm going for the yeet. Yeet through a window
Full
over
send.
All
here.
right. Something I should have had all of you do. Finch, Knock, and Bull all make stealth checks. And Bull, inside,
Well, that's
you are
fine.
for
When I
sure.
find a way how to get my token in there, there we go.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot that I put a wall there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Boom. Oh wow, that's actually not bad.
Oof, that's rough, Finch. Um,
It's fine.
yeah. So, Bull and Knock both successfully hide. uh, Finch does not like. It doesn't see you, but when it gets closer, it will. If that makes any sense. Hudson, what are you going to do?
It sees me, so I can either throw everyone else underneath the bus.
Could he hide in that grate right there behind him?
Um, so you probably couldn't hide, but you could take the grate off and enter the sewers.
Use the grate
That
as a
seems
great
like
iron shield.
it seems like a more of another encounter that's gonna happen.
And then he encounters the mutant crocodile.
I
Go into the
mean,
sewers.
the it has been mentioned a handful of times that Drakkenheim has a sewer system that you guys could potentially navigate, and it could be a way into the city if you needed it to be.
Oh yeah, we have our
Um,
rattling friends.
but it could also be a way. It could also potentially be a way out of the city. But yes, there is a decent chance that new and different dangers lurk just beneath the surface.
I'm gonna. I'm just gonna run and dive into the building.
Okay. This thing watches you do it, but you are in the building
So that's it.
now. So with that, um, we're going to enter uh, initiative. Uh, everyone will be hidden, so attacking from a place of stealth, except for Finch and Hudson. Um, I'm not sure what to do about Knock though, as Knock himself is hidden, but the shadow is not, because it didn't even try to hide. So I'm not exactly sure what to do about that for when you attack. But yeah. So Amnar and Bull will be able to roll with advantage on their first attacks because they are hidden. And so what I'll say this: Knock will be able to fire with advantage if he himself fires, but will not fire with advantage if the shadow fires. Does that make sense?
That's what I was. Yeah.
Because it definitely sees the shadow.
Yeah.
But if Knock were to get it from behind or something, that would definitely be a surprise.
And knock, give it the good old reach around.
So I think we still need Bull to roll.
Bad.
Yeah, hurry up.
There we
Yeah.
go.
Or did the cloaker roll at disadvantage then?
Not with initiative, because that's a dex. That's a dex
Yeah.
ability.
Yeah.
Oh, that would make sense.
Ooh, busted. And cheat
No,
the
I just
system.
remembered. Yeah, I remembered Colby saying something about it, and I was like, "How would that work?" But I wasn't going to question it.
Yeah,
I just
no,
would try
yeah.
it.
So like wisdom for perceptions and things like that.
So if it was dexterity, then it would affect initiative. That's interesting. Okay. Good to know.
Yeah. Assuming that Hex does affect ability scores, which I think it does.
Yep.
It would affect that. So anyway, Amnar, it is your turn, sir.
Hmm. I think I'm gonna stay right here for now and ready in action to shoot my crossbow if he gets close or if he sees me.
You're going to say that again. I'm sorry.
I was gonna ready in action to shoot my crossbow at him.
If it does what?
If he sees me, like if he's coming at me.
Okay. Okay. Anything else you want to do?
No, that's good.
Okay. It is the cloaker's turn then, and it will push off from the tree that it's roosting in and fly towards Hudson. Whoops, hold on. And that is as far as it can move without dashing, but it does get there next to Knock and sees it just standing out there in the open, and it is going to swoop down and try to attack it, getting a 23 to hit.
That'll hit.
All right. Um, Now, you guys are all watching this, and you see this thing swoop down with its mouth open, trying to bite this guy. And you get the impression that if this was more than just an echo that disappeared, that this thing would have not only bitten him, but latched onto it. What it would have done once latched on, you don't know. But this doesn't look like the kind of thing you want to let latch on to you. Knock, it is your turn.
All right. Um,
And I will say, since your shadow is now gone, if you summon it again somewhere, it will have. Since you're hidden, I will count it as hidden, unless you summon it right in front of the creature.
I think I'm going to. Okay. I'm just going to pop around the corner with the short bow and. Well, again, are we trying to hide? What's.
I don't. Yeah, I guess maybe since we've been spotted, maybe there's no point in staying hidden. I guess.
I mean, you could still try to distract it with a shadow or something.
It can't be
But
more than
yeah,
30 feet away.
what's that?
It can't be more than 30 feet away.
Ah, I see.
I'm just going to shoot it. Shoot it.
Yeah.
All right. 22 does hit. Oof.
Nice.
Crappy sneak.
Then I'll drop a new shadow. go around the corner.
All right. And did dropping the shadow use your bonus action?
Yeah.
So no hiding with the bonus action?
Nope.
Or can you not do that anyway?
I could.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, it looks up and it sees you go to the side, but it also sees another version of you pop out and sort of start rushing towards it. Uh, Anything else you want to do?
That's it.
Finch.
I'm going to pop off an Eldritch Smite on, or an Eldritch Blast on it.
All right. 22 will hit. Dealing 7, and also you have Hex on it.
Is that 1d6?
Yes.
I don't know why it
Oh.
rolled a million dice.
Yeah, just roll one of them, maybe.
6d4.
They're not even d6s. I don't know what I pressed.
Yeah, I don't. All right, 6. So neat. Also, remember to put the concentration token on you.
Status. And then fire off a second one because I can do that now.
Oh, neat. Does Hex apply to both? I think it does.
It does.
Unfortunately, 9 does not hit. So you are definitely not hidden anymore, though. Do you want to move or do anything?
You can jump through a window and join us in the dilapidated house. Have a little powwow, a little get together.
Yeah, I wanna run back. Let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, some-ish feet. Yeah.
All right, works for me. And do you still have your bonus action or no?
I do, but I don't think that there's anything I'm gonna do with it.
All right, Bull, it is your turn. You do know that the party is now attacking this thing. If you want to jump back out the window so that you can rush towards it, I will allow that. I know you can't really see anything right now because I don't have windows built into this thing, but that's neither here nor there.
So like, can I move my token to like the other side of the wall so I can like see? Yeah.
Yeah.
Just I'm kind of like just poking my head out, I guess.
Yeah, I'll do Hudson like that too. Just remember that you have 5 less speed movement.
Yeah. Javelins require. Oh no, they have a range of 30. Oh my goodness, guys! I think I'm gonna
And
throw a javelin.
and this thing is I won't say
Oh, it's
on the
flying.
ground. It's not on the ground, but remember the last thing it did was swoop down to go after Nox Echo. So it is, within. It's not. It's not touching the ground, but it is within striking distance of your normal weapons.
Gotcha.
At least for the moment. It very well might swoop back up into the air. We'll see.
But I like the cover of the house. It makes me feel a little safer.
That's fine. Throw a javelin.
He's in range. I'm gonna hit with the javelin. Just Potentially hit him, I guess. 19.
A 19 will hit.
Yay. Boom. Take that.
You're not
And it's
raging, right?
no, I don't know if I have something clicked on. I don't think I do.
That's fine. It will
Oh, I
just
do have
not
it
count.
clicked. I found where I had rage clicked. Yeah, so it's
It's good.
6.
Yeah, it's just 6. We're good. Anything else you want to do? Move back into the building or stay out
Yeah,
there or what?
I'm gonna go back in my building.
All right.
Yeah, there we go. Found it.
Hudson, it is your turn. You are technically still in the building as well, but I moved you out so you could see.
Sweet. So it's right there. I don't want to leave my building.
Yeah, that's fine. Like I said, you're still in it. But you can see, which is why I had you out here so you could see the field.
Nope. Not what I. Sorry, I was trying to minimize it
Oh,
and not. Sweet. All right. I'll just. Can I sacred flame it from like through the window?
yeah, absolutely.
Windows.
Dexterity save. Yeah, you got it. It crit failed. Nice.
Hmm.
Anything
There.
else you want to do?
Um. Yeah. Stay inside my building. That'd be about it. That is. I don't think I can do anything with bonus action.
Okay. So that if that's it, then Amnar, it is your turn. You never got the impression that it saw you or
Yeah,
came
never.
after you, so unfortunately, you were not able to fire at it. But you are still hidden. You didn't do anything, so it still has not noticed you.
Okay. Um, I'll step around the corner and since since I can put Hunter's Mark on the quiver, does that mean
You still
that if
have
I
to have you still have to have the spell slots to do it.
well, yeah, that, but also like if I get hit, do I still have to make a concentration check for it
Yes,
or okay.
yes. It's basically I'm just allowing you to concentrate on two things at once,
Yeah.
as long as one of them is Hunter's Mark.
Yeah. And as long as I have the spell slots.
But
I
yeah,
only
if you were concentrating on two things, you would have to make a concentration check for both of them.
okay.
I'm just trying to make it so that you can do
Yeah.
other things than cast Hunter's Mark every turn
Only
or every battle or whatever.
it's the default, yeah. Well, I only have one spell slot left, so I'm gonna do magic weapon just because I like the increases my chance to hit as well.
Okay.
Yes.
You do need to mark yourself as concentrating on it.
Oh, right. Yeah.
But yeah, you will.
And it's only the crossbow, yeah, because you have to choose which weapon.
Yeah, which is something we messed up last time. That's okay.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, last
That's
time.
okay.
How let's see,
We'll just do it right moving forward.
status? Okay, that's what I was saying. Concentrate. There we go. Okay. Anyways, then I attempted to shoot at this guy. Okay, I didn't meet the
24 will hit. Also, you can roll with advantage.
Okay.
So if you want to roll again to check for a crit,
Yeah. Nope. Okay.
nope. So, but yeah, you do hit, and will deal 10 damage.
Okay then.
Anything else? Took out
Well,
2/3 of its health.
nice.
Yeah, in less than 60. I said in less than 60 seconds. In less than 6 seconds, you took
Yeah.
out more than 2/3 of its health. And it's not a fan of that. So it's going to run away.
Shouldn't be.
Are you guys going to want to pursue it?
I don't even
Probably
know if I
not.
can.
I mean, if you guys want to, I will. But I mean,
I mean, is there
not
anything that we
really.
can get from a cloaker that's really that valuable, or I don't know, it doesn't seem worth the trouble.
I'll at least fire off my Eldritch Blast at it. It's still within range.
Okay. Yeah. If anyone, if you're not going to chase it, anyone can just fire off at it if you want to fire off at it, but you'll only get one shot.
It's already out of javelin range, so I'm not in the mood.
Oh, so yeah,
Okay.
I don't think I mean,
A
I could probably
14, a 14 just barely hits. 4 damage, or no, 2 damage, making it 3.
And it would launch off a second.
A 16 hits, dealing 7 more.
Doing, sorry, 8 more. That 2 doesn't count, but
Okay, it is still kicking. Is anyone else wanting to fire at
Sure.
I'll try, but I'll have to do it at disadvantage.
I will steady
it?
aim.
Okay.
Ooh.
13 plus the +1 gets it for you. You do hit.
For another 10.
Not the 21 hits. Can you deal 6 damage to take it out?
There we go.
You do. It flees back towards the tree. Well, just in that general direction. But you guys all shoot at it as it flies away, and it crashes into the tree.
Oh my gosh. That's funny. So I mean,
And
we have to climb a tree to get it?
yeah, I don't really. Um,
Does anybody know how to field dress a cloaker? No, I might actually.
I was going to ask you.
I was going to ask if anybody wanted to help.
I'll help, but I'm probably not good at it.
I don't really know.
Would it be
I
survival?
give you my hacks, but it's pretty big. It'd be hard to make nice finesse cuts
Right.
on it.
Well, let me. What do you guys think you would harvest from a cloak?
Well, if it's like a stingray, I want a stinger because that's poison. I can just like
Okay.
stab into someone, make like some improvised
Yeah, if it has
poison
some kind of
dagger.
venom poison ability, yeah. The venom sac or whatever
Maybe
probably would be
it
good.
might not actually have that ability though. I'm
But
just
yeah, I don't know if
assuming.
it has one. But
Wait,
yeah.
I have a resource for this. There is an answer.
Oh, really?
Let's see. Yep.
Do a nature check.
Cloakers.
I don't. And
Go ahead.
before you read anything off, let me say that I don't know if you guys, whatever it is you can harvest, I'll let you harvest. But I don't know if there will be anything you can actually do with it other than sell
Right.
it.
Oh, okay.
I would just think the hide is.
Yeah, I would think the meat and the hide might be. Yeah.
Because the tail, the tail does not mention anything about
A stinger.
um, uh, well, it has it can use its tail as a weapon, but it doesn't mention poison or anything.
Yeah.
Um, the bite doesn't mention poison or anything. It just it bites your head and you're unable to breathe while it's attached to you. so
No.
it's got a very large mouth.
Yeah.
Um, I would say that the hide itself would be the most useful thing. Is it has properties that make it more stealthy,
Uh,
um, or harder to hit. So yeah, probably just the hide would be the most useful thing.
CJ,
But again,
do you have
go
Hammond's
on.
harvesting handbook?
No, I don't. But yeah, I will say that if you get the hide, um, there are cloaks out there that offer sort of stealth
mm,
bonuses that
yeah.
you could potentially take it to someone to have that made. It would be cheaper than buying it outright since you're providing the
Yeah.
material, but it would probably still be decently expensive.
Yeah.
Um, but we'll see. The
Yeah.
before we do any of that, we need to see how good you guys are at harvesting it.
Right.
So yeah, a survival, and I will say, is there a? It's a magical thing, so it'll be a little more difficult.
Can somebody offer assistance or whatever?
I'll help.
Oh, did you already roll? Oh,
Yeah, I rolled an
yeah.
11,
Okay.
but
Um, I'll say they would probably have given you guidance if you can roll a, a two or
Two
high,
or
as long as you
higher.
don't roll a one. Oh no.
Well,
Well, we
um,
butchered this opportunity of money.
right.
so you do. We'll say we'll give we'll give you a little something. You do manage to get the cloak or the hide off. It's not as clean as you would have liked. Um, you're doing this in a bit of a rush, and the mists are around, and you're hurt, and it's not your finest work. Um, you're not sure how much of it can be used, but maybe they could. Maybe somebody would be able to make you a cloak still, even if it's not as good as a
Mm,
normal one. Maybe something can still be salvaged from it, or sold maybe. But yeah, so you now have a cloaker pelt, and
okay.
yeah, it's let's see, Amnar and Hudson are both. No, Hudson's a medium creature technically, isn't he? But Amnar is a small creature. Maybe there's enough there for a cloak for you. So yeah,
Mm,
uh, with that, you guys are able to make it to Eckerman Mill without much more issue. Um, so we'll put you back on this. The I know you guys were going back to Emberwood Village. So now the question becomes: do you want to long rest at Eckerman Mill first, or make it back to the village and then long rest after?
I'll say long rest at the Eckerman Mill.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, um, uh, everybody can. Well, let me ask this first. Are you guys going to do any sort of watch, like people keeping watch or anything like that? Or are you all just going to try and, I say try, are you all going to uh, trust in Eckerman Mill being safe?
I can just short rest and get all my stuff back. So I could just keep watch.
Um, Out of curiosity, how long can a character go without long resting before they take exhaustion? Is there a rule for that?
Oh, somewhere.
I don't know how long it's been, so I'm not trying to get you guys in a trap. I just want to know for future things.
Mm.
I can set an alarm outside.
There's definitely a rule for this somewhere. But I feel like it's gonna be one of those annoying things that's like not where you expect it to be.
When I Google it, it says players must make a DC 10 Constitution saving throw every 24 hours they go without a long rest. If they fail, they suffer a level of exhaustion. I don't know how true that is because there's no source for
It's
it.
an added rule
That's
in
just what
Xanathars.
gotcha. So I don't think it's been 24 hours yet, but you're probably coming up on it by the end of the long rest, if that makes any sense. Like the 24-hour mark would probably happen in the morning.
How about I set an alarm on the entrance to the door and we just all sleep?
Okay, that's totally fine.
Works for me.
And I'll make it a nice loud alarm to wake us all up.
I say normally that first
And
level of
you're
exhaustion isn't that bad, but I'm playing a rogue, and so it's gonna suck real fast.
Yeah.
okay. So you're putting the alarm on the door.
Yeah, I mean, are there multiple entrances to the place?
I think
I
it.
have no
I
idea.
think it can cover a space and exclude creatures of your choice. So you could just make it like if anyone. Yeah, you could just set a 20-foot cube, and if anyone comes in who is not a designated creature, it goes off.
There you go. Sounds good to me.
Okay. And no one's keeping watch or anything. So yeah, no rolls will be made, and everyone can benefit from a long rest. Da, 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 da.
Hell yeah.
Woohoo!
Level up!
No, that just happened. Now, I
It's
will
been
say,
over a month since we leveled up last. Just
Yeah,
about
it was
for about
right.
2.
I will say that if I hadn't let you guys level up before, this would have been the time that you leveled up. but but you guys convinced me to let you do it early, so
I guess.
We are very persuasive people, not gonna lie.
Right.
I feel like I need to like take up some kind of crafting with this character.
Right.
but yeah, okay. You guys make it through the night without incident, or at least that you know of. Um, and it is morning, and you are going to continue your way to Emberwood Village.
We do that thing.
Right.
Sorry, I had to sneeze.
Oh,
God bless you.
So you are in Emberwood Village. Are you going to uh, do anything of note, or are you going to go pretty much straight to the Red Lion Hotel to speak with the Amethyst Academy? To speak with River of the Amethyst Academy.
I feel like getting paid would be excellent, but then also I feel like
right.
it would be important to get our story straight. Because we want the lead to be, hey, it turns out this guy had a bunch of people in his basement and was experimenting on them, and had a bunch of like big creepy zombies, and was generally being a weirdo alchonecromancer. That way, if if he shows up with friends and is like, they came and attacked me, it's like, yeah, because you were the weirdo alchonecromancer.
Works for me.
I want Amethyst Academy to be on the hook with us for this.
Yes.
I
Right.
mean, the Amethyst Academy is, if you recall, sort of aware. Like he wasn't welcome as a member of the academy.
Yeah.
He's what they would call a rogue mage. Um, they recognize that he has talent and knowledge, but the things he did were a bit too far for them. Um, now, does that what does that mean? How far do they normally go? How far are they willing? You don't know yet, but you know that it was the stuff he did was a bit too much for them. So they're sort of aware of of
Sketchiness.
him to an extent. Maybe River isn't, but the academy as a whole has basically said we are not responsible for him.
He had giant zombies and they attacked us.
Worst
Like
comes to
he
worst, we throw him under the bus with the scary paladin guys.
Yes. So basically, like when it comes to official things, um, like the academy has ways of hunting people down if they really need to be hunted down, and this guy wasn't quite there yet. But if he's ever arrested or anything like that, the Amethyst Academy has some political pull. They would not use that to help this guy. He has been outcast. While not actively hunted, he has no benefits of being from the Amethyst Academy.
Understood.
But anyway, um, you guys want to go pretty much straight to her then?
Yeah.
Okay. Um, I could take you to the map or to the what you call it, the hotel map, but you're just going to talk to her, right? You don't want to talk to anybody else.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to bother with that then. But I will. bring up her picture again so that everyone knows who you're talking to. Um, yeah. So it's been, I don't know how long it's been. More than 24 hours. Less than a week though. So she's a little surprised to see you back so soon. Oh, hi. Uh, I that was quick. Are you? Did you guys? Did, and she kind of looks at you. She goes, Did you kill him?"
We ran into a little trouble with him.
No, we didn't kill him. We just zombies kind of got in the way of that.
Yeah, he had some giant zombies we had to fight, and then
Oh,
he and
um,
other people got away.
oh, are you okay?
Oh, we're
Are,
just
are,
fine.
are you guys hurt? Oh,
We
that's
slept it
good.
off. We're fine now.
Um, and she was originally looking through her book of all the things that she's been keeping track of. But hearing that you guys got into a fight, she sort of closes it and puts it away, and actually like takes time to look at you. And she goes, "Oh yeah, um, did so? I guess did you? I'm assuming you ran away then, right? Like you guys don't look hurt. That's good. But
He
do you
ran
think
away.
he?
Yeah, he ran
Oh,
away fast.
and with that, she sort of looks at you differently, like, "Oh, you people are competent." um, like, uh, do you know did, where did he run to, or is his house still empty? Can we go? Can I send someone from the academy to go look at his stuff? We might be able to find some very interesting things.
Find some very dead zombies.
I'll say, yeah, it's mostly safe. Did we leave any zombies alive there? I can't remember now.
Well,
Yeah, there's a few.
how into detail are you telling her about his location? Like, are you telling her that there were like people being dissected and studied there, or are you just saying, yeah, there's dead bodies?
So
I mean,
far, I've just kind of been casually, yeah, he had zombies. They're chained up. They're kind of like pet dogs, really.
does it seem like there's any reason not to tell her what was going on?
You
Uh,
know, I just don't like to tell
you
all the
can
information I know.
Can
you
we
can
insight check this?
roll you can roll an insight check. Um, but I don't know how much your character already trusts her or not.
I mean,
um,
they kicked him out, which would
But
imply that some or
I
all
think
of what
Nog's
he's
in love
doing
with
is
him.
not okay. I only have a +3. Anyone want to do a help action or something?
I don't know if you can help with insight in a conversation.
All right, 19.
I mean, I don't like I said, I don't know how much you know about the Amethyst Academy or what your character thinks or feels about the Amethyst Academy. Um, but uh, for River herself, she seems genuine. Um, from what
So
you
you
can
see
gather,
inside.
she is River herself does not have any ulterior motives. Now, the people she's reporting to,
Oh,
you don't know. Um, the academy itself, you don't know. I like I said, I don't know what your character's feelings towards the academy are.
mm,
I mean, again, they kicked him out. Like, that
yeah.
feels
I
pretty
mean,
You know
firm.
what? I feel like the
can't be
more
too
bad
surprised.
information we give about him, the more likely they will to shit on him for us on our behalf. So I guess we could go into a little bit more detail about how he was dissecting bodies, and when we got there, we hear a woman screaming in pain, but then it quickly stopped at once we kind of got close.
Right.
Oh,
Well, and I think
oh
to
my
say that
gosh, that's
it's
go
unclear
on.
if they were zombies before they went down there.
Mm.
Right.
I see. And she opens her book back up and she sort of starts. She finds a clean page and sort of starts taking notes there, uh, sort of writing down a bit of everything you're telling her. She says, "Okay, so you didn't kill him, so we don't have a head to go through. Did you find any of his notes or anything? That would.
Yeah, yeah
Oh,
we
you
grabbed some
do.
stuff. Yeah,
Oh yeah, we
Fantastic. May I see them?
whoever has them. Yeah,
yeah I yeah we fork them over. It's not like we give it.
we
We
can
care
we
about
can, we can
necromancy.
make heads and tails of them. So
And she sort of looks through. She goes, "Did any of you read these? Is there anything interesting on any of them? Are any of you well versed in magic? Would you know?"
Yeah, I got nothing. I'm
we're
well
the what
versed.
is party. I
Did we
I'm
decide
well
that
versed in
Hudson
smashing.
Hudson has Arcana proficiency?
That's true. Yeah, Hudson that knows a little bit about magic. I think he might have tried to look at him, but I don't
Yeah.
know.
As you guys are sort of talking, and like she sort of gathers that none of you are really know much about magic,
We're
because
not
she
bad.
knows that none of you are members of the Amethyst Academy. So any
Yeah,
information that you would have would be mm, probably less than even an apprentice in the academy would have.
yeah.
So she just sort of like isn't looking at you and is just nodding her head as she leaves through this. And she's like, "All this seems so disjointed. Like, did you just find these scattered about?" And she's still not really listening to anything you guys say. She's very much looking. She's going, "Oh wow, this is oh that's strange. I would have never thought to try it." And like just sort of had a much better understanding of maybe not what delirium is, but what you can potentially do with it.
Mm.
Um, he the things he's done here. That's it seems dangerous, but also quite impressive.
So here's an
Um,
important thing before you run too far down this trail. Our best guess, based on the direction that he fled, which he also seemed to have some accomplices or apprentices with him. We think he might have run
she kind of
off.
looks.
Go ahead.
When you mention having apprentices, she looks sort of alarmed. Like, what?
Well,
He's got his own apprentices?
and this is the important part. It looks like he was running off towards the Shepherd's Gate. We think he might have run to the Hooded Lanterns with some sob story, leaving out all of the people attached to the vivisection tables in his basement.
Or
Hmm.
chained up, zombified and chained up.
Well,
So,
So you might want to
that's
have
not
someone
ideal.
go document it quickly. And if you want to get your hands on him, you might see if you can reach out to someone on your end who can maybe lean on the Hooded Lanterns a little.
Hmm.
Because I can't imagine that they're going to be thrilled with him if they know what he's done. But
Hmm. Yes, yes. Good. I appreciate you bringing this to my attention. Thank you. Um, I will. I will reach out to my superior, uh, Eldrick. He'll surely know what to do. Um, can you come back tomorrow and I'll have some further instruction for you.
Yeah. Did you say Eldrick? Eldrick Runeweaver? Is he leader of the
Oh,
Amethyst Academy now?
well, he's not the leader of the academy as a whole, but he is very high up, and he is my master. I used to be his apprentice. I'm no longer an apprentice, but he's still my immediate superior. I answer to him. Do you know him?
Who's the boss? Who's the top guy?
Uh, that is something CJ, the DM, will have to look up.
it is a mystery to everyone.
No, there is an answer. I remember seeing it, but I don't remember who it is.
Did it really take us 2 entire sessions just to like search the house and decide what we were doing?
Yeah.
Probably.
Probably.
Sounds like us though. Too.
We spend way too much time plotting terrible things to end up always doing the right thing. So that
All
how
right.
we want.
Well, how
Or
much would
feel
she
like
like
it.
to pay us for this pile of irreplaceable, one of a kind notes from a dark and twisted genius?
That you guys
Oh,
want to.
right. Payment. I totally forgot. I'm so sorry. Yes. So, here, and she will give you as a group 250 gold, and as a because you were able to. Well, we didn't get as many notes and things as we like, but because you were able to track him, and we have a potential of obtaining him. I'd like you to take this as well. Do you remember the large piece of delirium you brought me before? Um, we were actually able to do some crafting with that, and here I'd like you to have this, and she will give you guys a pearl of power that was made from the delirium that you brought her. So uh, let me see if it says specifically. Yeah, so you can. It's the uncommon version of Pearl of Power. I think there are different levels of it.
Is there a handout for that?
Yeah, well, I don't know about a handout, but
It'll be in the
um,
compendium.
yeah,
It restores spell slots.
yeah. However, because it's made of delirium, when you use it, there's a chance of wild magic occurring.
How fun!
But it is also slightly more powerful. So yeah, I can't find it in the compendium for in roll 20, which I will fix before next session. But in D&D Beyond, it says while this pearl is on your person, you can use an action to speak its command word and regain one expended spell slot. If the expended spell slot was 4th level or higher, the new slot is 3rd level. Once you use the pearl, it can't be used again until the next dawn. However, because it's delirium, it's more powerful, so it's 5th level and 4th level. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Here. I will put it into chat. What I put in there is the what's on D&D Beyond. But uh you'll change it to 5th and 4th instead of 4th and 3rd. And when you use it, we'll be rolling for wild magic.
I know one person who loves wild magic the most. Hudson.
Iron Ball. Oh,
Well,
And
I would love it, but I don't do magic stuff. So I could do butt stuff with it, but that's about it.
It's kind of magical, I guess.
It can
so
be.
and there we go. You'll roll a 1d10 and on a 1, wild magic will occur.
Boom. Just a T.
I'm not sure if I'm understanding how this is used correctly.
I think
While
it
the pearl is on
restores
your
spell
person,
slots.
you can. What's that?
It restores spell slots.
Yeah. But it says if the expended slot was 4th level or higher, the new slot is 3rd level.
Right, so it can't restore higher than. It can't restore higher than the spell slot that was expended, and it can't restore higher than 3rd level. So you can't
Oh, okay.
expend a 1 and get a 3.
Oh, okay, yeah. So it can okay, but it can restore 4th level spells basically, but it has to have been used. Cool, cool, cool. So yeah, that's your reward. Somebody gets a daily extra spell.
Sounds like it'd probably be best on Hudson. I would just use it for fueling smites, but I'm sure Hudson could use it more.
Alright. I'll take the extra spell slot.
Give you at least like 4 more healing points, so like makes it better.
Yeah, or an extra cast of spiritual weapon, or revivify if it's needed. Um, not bad to have an extra spell just in case.
So we also have a crystal that was going to be used in some ritual that Yorin was doing. Was that demon related? Wasn't there a demon component to all this?
There was a statue of the demon that the ratlings were. Well, we say demon. It was the rat god. A very similar statue was in Oscar's basement, though without all the blood sacrifices around. Though then again, he did have a lot of zombies. Who knows? Um,
But
I
there
have to
was a.
imagine that Ryan. Never mind.
I was just gonna say there was some special crystal we picked up that was in that ritual
yeah.
chamber,
Oh yeah, we
Uh,
picked up like a ring and goggles and
and there was 3 items. Yeah,
yeah.
I do not remember what the 3 items were,
blasted
but
goggles, card sharp's deck, ring of puzzler's wit.
oh, okay, neat. I gave you names, and I think they were all in. I think they were all in the thing.
Was there one of those that you told us not to look up? I don't remember. I vaguely remember.
You told us the
I
names
think
and
I
then
told
said,
all you not to look all of them.
"Yeah."
That we were like waiting to identify him or something. I just don't
Yeah.
remember anything about him.
So what were I found the blasted goggles. What were the other things?
Ring of Puzzler's Wit and Card Sharp's deck.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I can't. I can't seem to share them with you, but all three of those are in the Roll20 compendium. So you can type them in there and bring them up and drag them to your inventory, whoever wants to have them. But I'll tell you what they do real quick. The blasted goggles. Oh, well, you know what? I'll just put them in the chat instead of reading. That seems better, right? Okay, so there's all three of them.
I'm kind of tempted for us to sell the first two, or the deck and the goggles. Although I guess
mean-
the deck is non-attunement. That's good.
Okay, and the crystal you found for uh it is something you could sell, but you found a you also found a scroll of planar binding, and reading over that spell scroll, you know that it needs a material component that the delirium crystal would be perfect for. So it seems like he was going to use that crystal uh, for the planar binding spell. And since you now have that scroll, you can use it for that as well. Or you can sell it, whatever you want to do.
So this is my video game brain talking. So planar binding is a really complicated spell. It takes an hour to cast, and it only lasts for 24 hours. And it does nothing to summon a creature or to stop it from killing you if you summon it. But if we sell it as a matching set, it might give us enough money to buy things we're going to use over and over.
That also means that someone else may be able to get their hands on it.
I need
True,
cash.
but the more money, I need money because I need to buy my axe back. So like, I'm all for selling right now.
I'll say all I have is a ring of jumping. I'd really like to get something.
There's nothing there that I particularly would love to have. I'm not selling any of it.
The only advantage to the deck is that it but even that, we're going to out-level it pretty quick. Like right now, the deck is decent, but it's going to be worth less and less very quickly.
We could hold on to it for a little while and sell it later
Yeah.
if it would actually be useful for now.
Someone who can actually cast spells would... Well, no, it doesn't matter because it has a built-in save DC.
Sell it.
Well,
Thinking too hard.
it doesn't have the... Oh yeah, it does. There it is. Okay.
But
You can also just use it as an action with the dexterity attack roll.
Well, no, it's a
But the
ranged
people that
spell
would-
attack, and it's 1d8, no bonuses. So,
But it says it's using dexterity for the attack roll.
but it's still that's actually somehow worse because the people who can use it mostly have better stuff.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Is it would basically be you or Nock have the good dexterity, and you both already have ranged attacks that are probably better.
I would just mention this. I'm not trying to convince you to do anything necessarily, but if you ever go somewhere where you can't take your weapons, a deck of cards might be easier to sneak in or go unnoticed.
I mean, the ring is definitely helpful. And I feel like we keep loading up. So the ring is going to be good either for knowledge checks or investigation. I'm okay at investigation, and I feel like Hudson has more of the like. We know he has Arcana, probably also religion.
Yeah, religion's a +4.
Having somebody that can make a good Arcana check is, I feel like, pretty valuable,
Yeah, it's a
especially
real
around
weakness
here.
of ours.
And yeah, that too. So I think that might be really good for Hudson to hold on to.
But yeah, the rest of it, I'm kind of tempted to see how much we can go sell these for.
Oh,
Also, while we're around River, should we check if she has any, like, if she wants us to do anything more with Oscar, or if she has other tasks for us?
let's see if she has another job
She
for us.
she does not right now, but as she said, she's gonna check with Eldrick, and potentially she might need you again. Just depending on what Eldrick says, and she was asking if you'd come see her again tomorrow after she's had a chance to contact him.
Just remember, if you mention our group at all, that we're the Knock Knocks.
Who's there?
Knocks, 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 Knocks.
Knocks.
Yeah, yeah, there you go. Knocks, Knocks.
Knocks, 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 knocks.
Knock is the
So
one who knocks.
anyway,
Yeah, so
um, that is where we're going to end it for the night. It is 10 for me, and I don't really have anything else planned, so we'll end it there. Everybody cool with that?
well, I guess
Yeah.
a follow up question is, do we know enough about what's happening next?
Yeah, go for it.
Well, I guess that was the whole question.
Um, no, uh, that's fair. Can we pretend like you guys haven't sold anything yet, and fast forward to the next day, and you guys go back to meet her, or you guys wanting to do something else overnight?
I think that's pretty much it. I don't have much else to be doing.
Like I said, I don't have anything else planned.
That's pretty much fine. I would maybe say, like, as soon as we leave her office, that I'll say to the rest of the group that if River mentions my name to Eldrick, we might have some issues.
I mean, we have issues everywhere we go.
Right. We're always having issues.
Okay. If there are no follow-ups to that, uh, we will. Uh, da, 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 um, yeah. Oh, did we lose somebody?
I don't know.
Or
Somebody
Colby.
disappeared.
I'm here.
Oh,
His internet failed.
Oh, did we lose
Uh,
Harry then?
yeah. Well, it looks like
Yep.
we lost Harry.
Harry disappeared.
Oh, they finally turned off his internet.
Yeah.
Well,
They
that's not.
told their internet provider that, hey, we're done paying because they're moving and they don't need it. And
Oh, God.
so, bada bing, bada
Oh,
boom, it was supposed to be turned off a couple days ago, but it wasn't.
oh.
Well, he's
Well,
still on roll
you
20.
can relay this information to him. So, I wasn't necessarily prepared for this. So not so much role play, asking questions and whatnot, but uh, River will basically ask uh, what you guys. She'll ask for your help, saying that we would love to have you continue to help us. And since you've maybe not interacted with Oscar, but you know the most about what's happening here, um, we going through his notes and discussing things with Eldrick. It looks like he was trying to make a potion. We're not entirely sure. If you guys think it's safe, we'd love to go back to his headquarters and look for more notes that might help. But we think that we need a special type of flower and an eldritch lily. Have you guys heard of this?
Hmm.
Um, and Knock, you would have heard of it. And you know that they are found inside the city walls proper, specifically in the Queen's Grotto, which is where sort of like the Queen's Garden. It was a public garden. Anybody could go to it, but it was specifically made for the Queen of Drakkenheim. Um, not the most current queen, but it's been a fixture of Drakkenheim for generations, and every new queen was sort of it was sort of her responsibility. It was sort of there to honor her. It was sort of a mutual relationship there. Um, but you know that they grow there, um, or at least you've heard that. But River doesn't seem totally sure about that. It's just what she's been able to gather so far. And she'd love it if you guys were open to going and trying to collect some of those flowers. Um, but if it's too dangerous, I understand. Um, we could also really use some help. Perhaps you could go speak with the Hooded Lanterns for us on our behalf. Try to get them to turn Oscar over for us. I understand. The last time we met, you mentioned you had some dealings with them, and they seemed to like you. Um, do you think you could potentially do that? Either of those would be such a huge help for us.
Yeah, sounds good.
Oh yeah, we'll give it our all.
Saying sounds good does not tell me which one you plan on trying to do.
Oh, we're gonna do both of them. Knox has this.
Oh, okay. You do both. Fantastic. Yes, thank you. Um, I'm not sure what I can offer you in return, But yes, yeah, we will certainly uh, reward you. I don't know what it will be, but if you can accomplish both those tasks, yeah, we'll make it worth your while.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Okay, so you guys now have direction, but CJ the DM needs to know what you want to do next session.
So wait, what was the second part of that?
uh, e- Either go try to barter with the hooded lanterns
Okay.
to turn over Oscar Yorn, or go into the city proper and try to recover some eldritch lilies.
Could we ask her to get us some kind of like official letter from the Amethyst Academy that's like, hey, this dude got kicked out for being, even we thought this guy was a weirdo, super sicko? Get it on some letterhead?
Uh,
Mostly, I just don't want to roll up
I
with
don't know
like
if
a,
she would have letterhead with. She's a magician,
I mean, the
sure.
equivalent, like
She
something
would
to
whip something up.
certify. Yeah. I
And
just don't
just
want to roll up with like a he said, she
she
said.
would, yeah. She'll 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 give some paperwork that says that he was indeed a rogue wizard, a rogue mage.
It was a rogue and a mage. That's impressive.
Oh, multi-class.
Yeah. You don't have to decide on what you'll do tonight, but I will need to know by say Tuesday of next week.
Mhm.
That'll give me a day or so to prepare.
I mean,
And
geographically, wouldn't stopping by the Shepherd's Gate be on the way to the garden?
uh, potentially, Shepherd's Gate is technically the safest way into the city for you. It is not the closest entrance to the city, but it is the safest entrance for you.
Oh, does
Um,
the Academy have a preferred entrance that they could hook us up with?
oh no, the academy doesn't go into the city. They hire other people to do that for them. Um,
Could we also talk to the hooded lanterns that are at the watchtower here in Emberwood Village, or would we need to go all the way to Shepherd's Gate to talk to them?
uh, I mean, you could talk to the ones here, but the ones here probably information probably hasn't reached them
Could they
about
signal?
the happenings.
Can they like
They may
message?
have they can send like rudimentary messages,
Could we get
but
them to send a
that's
message that's
assuming
like, "Hey, don't let that guy leave. He's an evil necromancer."
uh the people here probably wouldn't have the authority to say that.
What if we showed them his evil necromancer report card from the Amethyst Academy?
Um, Probably not. They're not wizards. They don't have like a sending spell or anything.
So
Most
it'd be
they
basically
might
a
be able to
letter to
send like rudimentary warnings like attack imminent or retreat
Could we get
or
them to send hold
like
hold visitor suspicious? Hold alchemist suspicious?
they probably wouldn't have any Like we're thinking like one word commands like help or run or things like that. Anything else would need to be like a physical messenger.
Necromancer. Bad.
So basically, it'd be better to go to Shepherd's Gate, and we're either going to Shepherd's Gate or Queens Park Garden, but we've got to go through Shepherd's
Yeah.
Gate first. Either way,
Well,
basically, unless we're
well,
finding
if
some other way in.
yeah, you could. There are other ways in, and if things go poorly at Shepherd's Gate, that may no longer be an option for you. So it just depends on how things go at Shepherd's Gate, if that's the best way in or not. And I would also still remind you that the Queensman wanted Oscar's research and Oscar himself as well. And then there are also two other factions you still have not interacted with at all. And who knows what they might be up to.
We're just out here to make friends.
On an entirely unrelated note, could you possibly throw us the city map, even unmarked, onto the like as a handout?
It's in Discord under the Maps tab. I was just pulling it up
Uh,
myself.
Yeah, I think the city map was too big of a file for me to make a handout that
ah,
worked properly.
Looks like Queens Park Garden is on like the north side of the city and pretty close to Shepherd's Gate,
do we know who's in charge of the market gate?
close to the Academy Tower.
I bet there is some messed up stuff at the Academy Tower.
Yeah, that's more what I'm afraid of. Or we'd be going by the City Watch barracks, and I feel like there'd be some messed up stuff there too. Maybe starting out next week too, I'll explain why it may be bad if Eldritch recognizes me.
Yeah. So anyway, I'll give you guys a few days to think on this and what you might want to do. But for now, I will assume that your plan is to go to Shepherd's Gate and uh, try to speak with the Hooded Lanterns. Um, and with that, I'm gonna call it a night. Unless there's anything last minute you guys want to ask.
Hmm.
What direct? Just I'm confused on where Emberwood Village is in relationship to the city. Like, what direction is it? Southwest.
Southwest. Yeah. Like if you follow the river basically south.
Okay.
Like this road would sort of lead to it. Or that's sort of been how I've been operating with with Eckerman Mill sort of being right out here on the edge of the map, sort of.
And we don't know much about Market Gate.
No. Or at least I don't off the top of my head.
Well, if you don't, then we probably don't.
There might be information about it somewhere. I would assume there's information about it somewhere, but off the top of my head, no, I don't know. Let's see. I know that Shepherd's Gate is controlled by the Hooded Lanterns. I know Champions Gate. I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't know that we'd be going in that way.
I think Champions Gate. Don't hold me to this. I could be very wrong, but I think Champions Gate is held by members of the Falling Fire. Because they want to be close to the crater where the meteor is, and then there's another gate held by Grimir. I don't know how to pronounce their stuff. It's basically Drakkenheim's version of uh, I can't think. Um,
Those
monsters.
uh,
No, no,
yeah,
Gnolls.
from Wolves.
They're more insane than Knowles, but they're there. And then another one is held by Minotaurs, and I don't know what the last one is. But yeah, there's 5 gates. 2 of them are held by different factions. 2 of them are held by monsters, and I don't remember what the third one is. And I'm not the only one I'm positive on is Shepherd's Gate is held by the Hooded Lanterns.
All right.
Okay, now I'm positive that the Falling Fire has Champion's Gate. I looked that one up. So yeah, the gate closest to the crater is held by the Falling Fire. But yeah, so yeah, that is it. I'm gonna get off of here, and I will see you guys next week. Hopefully, this wasn't a terrible session, and we were able to get back into the swing of things.
Right.
Oh, it felt pretty
Yeah.
good. It felt solid.
Fantastic. I will talk to you guys later.